I come from a family from Calcutta, Bengali. You give a Bengali a mic, it's really dangerous, by the way. But I've grown up with my grandparents actually were my biggest influences, and they were absolute opposites of each other. So my dada, he was a pioneer in his own business, so that's I think where I get my sense of business. And my dadi took her middle name Rani very, very seriously. And she was this fashionista, and she was a perfectionist. And we lived in a joint family, my great-grandmother. So, I think there was such huge influences in my life. And my nana who was a freedom fighter, gave his blood for this country. And I dread to think what they are thinking from wherever he is, and his genre, all those people who fought for this country. The bloodshed that is happening today, I'm coming from Delhi with so much sadness in my heart, because let's not talk politics right now. Again, a Bengali and politics, dangerous. So let's not get into that, but these have been huge influences in my life, my grandparents. And my nanny, of course, was the best cook. That's the only thing I feel I should have learned, which I didn't. But she was this, she had this Marlene Dietrich hairstyle, so stylish, and in her own way, and she was amazing. And I still miss them. And when I was little, we had to earn everything. And that's the way I'm bringing up my daughter today. There was no easy way out. We didn't get pocket money, really. A Coke used to be, a Coca-Cola was, I think, 70 paisa. And there was puchkas, which is golgappa, which was 20 paisa. So I had to have enough money just for that. And I never had that. So I had to sing some funny song to this muriwala to earn that little muri and puchka, which is really feel sorry for me and give it to me in any case. And that's what's been instilled in me. You have to earn what you what you want. So I think that sense of entrepreneurship possibly started then at a very young age. I've done so many things, and everything has been a learning. I've had the most amazing opportunities. So as you also said, sometimes it's about being in the right place at the right time, and I think I was. And I'm so blessed for that, because the kind of opportunities that came my way, which I grabbed, and this is basically what I wanted to talk about, is the risks and opportunities and what I did with them, actually. The risk was always, at that time, never, gosh, do you think I can do it? And it was always, yeah, sure, why not? Not having a clue as to how I was actually going to implement it. So from working at the Oberoi Hotels, which was my first job as such, in marketing, and actually possibly thrown into a corporate jungle at 20 years old, was daunting. But I learned so much. And being in Calcutta, it's very funny because, in India, everyone's like, oh, beta, come. And I'm like, no, I'm not beta. I'm Kalyani, Saha, who's come to visit you from Oberoi Hotel. So, everything at every step at such a young age, I never took anything for granted. And I worked really hard, which I still do. And then went into my export of fashion accessories, and again, it was just an inquiry which I had from a company, and somebody asked me, can you do it? And I said, yes, sure, why not? No idea how I was going to make 300 crochet bags. I had no idea how to get crochet made in the first place. But that's another story. The fact is that I did, and they were so happy, and it was a very big Spanish company, and I started exporting, which of course went into, Harrods asking me for their first, their evening bags, etc., 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 and it grew. And my grandfather, because I'd left Calcutta at a young age, and his endeavor to get me back, so he gave me his little garage to start whatever I wanted, and which is on the main road, so prime location. And I started the first lifestyle store in India, in Calcutta, and there was no such store at that time. So I used to live in Madras at that time, and I simultaneously, for again, you know, I had a friend who was actually the editor of these 4 magazines working for Indian Express, and he was saying, you know, you write really well. I said, how do you know that? No, I know. Okay, we're looking for this branch manager in Madras and these 4 magazines. I think you should take it up. I'm like, how? okay, fine. So there I was working at the Trident, which I was previously, came to Madras with opening the Trident, which is obviously part of Oberoi Hotels. And I said, okay, let's run 4 magazines. So I ran 4 magazines. And then I was running 4 magazines, running this boutique in Calcutta, sourcing stuff from all over the south. So it was very eclectic, very interesting. Started designing clothes, you know, putting it all into the store. It was called Kalyani. Very, very imaginative. And then I came to Delhi, where I've been for so many years now. So, I was exporting. That's where I started my export. I had a factory from 30 to 300 people, employed a lot of women, etc., etc. And then I started working for Dior again, accidental, met someone for coffee and suddenly decided he needs to employ me. And I'm like, no, I have a very successful business and I don't want to come and work on a 9-to-5 basis. They said they were very, very kind to me, and the learning that I've had with Dior is absolutely, I mean, I'm just so grateful I even had that opportunity. So as calculated my life seems to be, it's actually being accidental in every way possible. I have absolutely no idea, even now, how I did what I did. I don't know how I made a success out of whatever I did. But I do know one thing, that there is no compensation to hard work and passion, as you also mentioned earlier. You have to be passionate about what you do. You have to wake up in the morning, and that's what I tell my team every day. I don't want you all to come to work saying, oh my God, another day at work. They are saying, hey, let's go to work. Okay, none of them actually say, yay, let's go to work, because I have the parents of my star member of my team. You know, it's always teamwork. You can't ever do anything on your own. And I've been so, so fortunate to have the kind of team I have. And I have had a myriad experiences, which is going to take forever to talk about right now. But the one thing that I tell all women of all age is, no matter how comfortable you are in your zone, you have to be, I think it's very difficult in India sometimes, some families don't like the bahu of the family to work, or, they need to be at home and look after the family. Being a housewife is a 24-hour job. But I just feel that one thing which is so important today is to be financially independent. So no matter what you do bake a cake and sell it from your kitchen, it doesn't matter. But that sense of achievement in some form or the other, if I wasn't financially independent, forget about everything else, I don't think I could have done what I've done. I mean, I wouldn't be this person, first of all, for all that I've been through. And personally, it's been a battle of sorts, literally. But one thing I know, that if I wasn't financially independent, I have a daughter who's 20 years old, and I've given her the best of education, and whatever she needs, I've never compromised on. I could only do that because of my work ethos. I've never taken, no matter what I went through in my life, I've never taken, the goalposts have shifted, but I've always kept my eye on the ball, no matter what I've done. So I feel that, there are so many times that one gets opportunities, but you don't want to take that risk of actually going beyond your border to take it up and even try. I mean, give it a try. You might fail. I've failed 1,000 times. I've made 1,000 mistakes. And it's because of those mistakes and it's because of those failures that I am who I am today, and richer because of those failures and of those mistakes. Because the good we take for granted, it's only the not bad, but yeah, sometimes terrible, that teaches us the lessons which are invaluable. And every woman, I feel today, has to have a sense of pride for herself. No matter what situation you're in, no matter what your life is all about, we have so many fears within us. We live in a difficult society. We live with so many do's and don'ts around us. And all I can say is that you have to go beyond the boundaries that have been set by society or anybody else. You have to do what you have to do. I've grown up with Krishi Darshan, because also, I mean, as much as social media has become such a menace in our lives, I can't even have a conversation with my daughter anymore. So it's like that phone, oh my God, it's the biggest nuisance. But the fact is that I feel you have to, end of the day, because of the kind of exposure we have, the kind of things that we are exposed to, there is something for everybody out there. It was really hard when we were growing up, I mean, there were so many restrictions, and there's only that much, there's all in the box, and which had to be ticked, etc. But I feel that today you just need to go out there and do things. And I've done so many different things, experimented with my life. I'm still experimenting, by the way. I do have, thank you for saying, a beautiful silver brand today, which has nothing to do with my fashion background and etc. etc. Not background, the things I've done with fashion. Suddenly taken up silverware. And thank you. This is my first time in Lucknow, and it's a pity I'm not going to see anything of Lucknow, but I promise to be back. Thank you.